you ever heard the phrase, if I had not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it? Or something similar that says, only believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 5, a Shelach Lecha, send for yourselves. We're going to try to wrap up a little bit on this spies narrative thing and the end result and fallout of that. Before we do, let me make a quick announcement to you. I'm going to be at Revive this year, which takes place in Franklin, Tennessee, July the 1st through the 3rd. I have a breakout session Thursday afternoon, the first day, between 3 and 4 p.m. I do plan to stay for the entirety of the event. If you're also attending and you watch 10-Minute Torah, please look me up. I'd love to meet you in person, chat with you, find out more about you. So again, speaking at Revive, Thursday afternoon between 3 and 4. I'd really appreciate your support in attending that breakout. I think I've got something that will be of interest to you. Now, let's go back to the narrative. The people have cried all night long. Judgment's been meted out. And I find it interesting that in the course of Yah's showing mercy, he still presents judgment. And he says to them in verse 27, how long shall this evil congregation have this grumbling against me? I have heard the grumblings which the children of Israel are grumbling against me. Say to them, as I live, declares Yahweh, as you have spoken in my hearing, so I do to you. The carcasses of you who have grumbled against me are going to fall in this wilderness. All of you who are registered according to your entire number from 20 years old and above, except for Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and also Yehoshua, son of Nun. And he said, it's your little ones that I'll take in. Those that you said would be prey for your adversaries, I'll raise them up and I'll take them in. You're going to die. I cannot imagine the heart of Moshe in dealing with such a congregation that knows there's no getting out of here. There's no going back and there's no going in. The present is all that there is. Yah says later on in verse 35, I am Yahweh, I have spoken, I shall do to all of this congregation who are meeting against me. They were evidently holding meetings where they were conspiring and grumbling against him. But there's a phrase in verse 34 I want to focus on for a few moments. He said, according to the number of the days which you spied out the land, 40 days, a day for a year, you are to bear your crookedness 40 years. And then this phrase, and you, according to the scriptures here, and you shall know my breaking off. You shall break or know my breaking off. The word here is tunawah, and it means you shall know my opposition. You shall know my alienation. You shall know my enmity. Powerful words. And then the root of this is nu, and it means that Yah is going to hinder them, hold them back, forbid or disallow, restrain and frustrate them. To refuse or to decline them. Yah is going to frustrate them. They're going to walk in the wilderness. He's still going to give them water from the rock. They're still going to have manna on the ground. The cloud is still going to be there. The pillar of fire is still going to be there. The sacrifices will still be offered. Moshe is still going to teach. But this people, they're going to be frustrated, opposed, alienated from Yah, and they're going to face his enmity. Hearing that, they have this grand idea, we need to repent. we need to say that we're sorry. I'm sorry, Yah. I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You know, you're right. We should believe you. We should trust you. And we've held a meeting and we've decided that we're going to do that from now on. We've made up our mind. Revival has come to our congregation and we are repenting and we're going to change our mind and we're going to go take the land. Moshe warned them, Yah's not going with you. Yah's already rejected you. He's already decreed your children are going in, but you're not. There is a doctrine that says that Yah has inexhaustible mercy, that he has inexhaustible grace. And as our lives would bear witness, we certainly have received a much larger and greater quantity of mercy and grace and forbearance and long-suffering and loving kindness, and the list goes on, than we have ever deserved or that we could ever deserve. But there is a cutting off point. And Yah has reached it. He said, you have tried me 10 times. And I shudder because I know that I must have tested him further than that in my own living. And Yah says, your children will go in, but you won't. Now, these suddenly repented, bold people go running up the mountain. Moshe told him, you're not taking the ark. I won't go with you. Yah is not with you. Don't do this. It's a bad idea. And he let them go, and they died, and they were wiped out by their adversaries. Later on, the second generation is going to go in and take care of these Amalekites. And he's also going to take care of the Canaanites that were there that warred against them. But not this generation. Where are you going with this, Barry? I'm saying to you that there is a generation that Yah will raise up to take into the land, to see his kingdom come, to see his will be done, that will pray, rise up, O Yah, and let your enemies be scattered. And they will also pray, return, O Yah, to the myriads, to the thousands of Am Israel. And they will cry out for his kingdom. And they will not be dissuaded. They will not be discouraged to the point of giving up. They're going to trust. And even though they haven't seen the land, they still believe. There are those that saw the land and they still didn't believe. They could have said to them, if we hadn't seen it with our own eyes, we would have never believed how great the land is. Let's go get it. That was Yehoshua. That was Caleb. And they were not heard. I'm giving you fair warning. In the days ahead, there will be those that will rise up with a discouraging voice. There will be those who say that Yah has forgotten his promise. There may be those that will be a false Messiah with a false teaching. There will be those that will stand up and give a grand illusion of a restored, vibrant, renewed, revived America. And Yah's going to fix it, and it's all going to be glorious again. And we're going to live the rest of our lives in prosperity and peace. My personal opinion is that we're too close to the coming of the kingdom for this earth not to shake and rattle, and everything that can be shaken, so that only the unshakable may remain. This world and its present rulers do not want Yeshua nor his kingdom to come. The powers and the authorities of darkness are doing everything and pulling out extreme measures to deceive any and all who can be deceived. And there again will be those that will help them, even perhaps rising up out of our own ranks. But don't you fall for it. Keep your eyes on the prize. Stay focused. Understanding that Yeshua is coming and bringing his kingdom. And the time is now. Let's be the generation that goes into the land and receives the kingdom. Shabbat Shalom. I hope very much to see you again next week. Till then, Shalom.